It's time to join the BBC's news teams where you are. Goodbye.
In Look East tonight, motor racing's coming home. Silverstone gets the Grand Prix for the next 17 years.
It's great news, and I can't imagine an F1 season without the British Grand Prix.
Hello from Susie and me.
Also tonight, MPs blast plans for a second runway at Stansted. So will it ever get off the ground?
Well, Northampton Saints move big matches away from Franklin's Gardens to attract a larger crowd.
And the midfield general saluting our injured soldiers. But we start tonight with that news that a soldier from the Royal Anglian Regiment has been killed in Afghanistan.
The total number of British soldiers to die in Afghanistan this year is now 100. Our chief reporter Kim Riley is in our newsroom. Kim.
Good evening. First tonight, the region's premier rugby side, Northampton Saints, say they're looking at moving key fixtures away from Northampton. The club wants to sell off some land to the supermarket giant Asda to pay for expansion at Franklin's Gardens. But it says the council's response means they have to look at alternatives. Well, Joe Black has been following the story. Joe.
Amanda, thank you very much indeed. Well, this is Franklin's Gardens, a ground with a capacity of 13,500, not really big enough for the support the Saints currently enjoy. Earlier this year, the club announced plans to sell its car park to Asda for £40 million.
Well, later, Julie has all the weather details, but first it's time to hand you back to Stuart and Susie.
You're watching Look East from the BBC. Coming up, help for heroes from the fans and the players.
After weeks of build-up, the Copenhagen Climate Change Summit is finally underway, with the credibility of the science firmly in the spotlight.
The row centred on data from the University of East Anglia, but of course they're not the only ones in this region working on the cause and effect of global warming. Our environment reporter Richard Daniel has been to the British Antarctic Survey in Cambridge.
You might have noticed we've got a new look here as well. Starting 10 days ago, our team has completely ripped out the old set and brought us up to date with a new look. And we put a special time-lapse camera up to record the changes. They move very fast, don't they?
They do, don't they? Our boys are just the best workers you can imagine.
So that's here. Now, Joel Mapp and what's been happening in Cambridge.
You are listening to BBC Radio Cambridgeshire. This is the home of local live sport.
Same radio station, but a new home. BBC Cambridge has moved to a new £9 million building. The lease on the old one had run out.
Right, then here we go, coming to TXB.
It's also now home to Look East Cambridge Bulletins. When someone says this...
After more news where you live.
Look East splits in two. While Stuart and Susie introduce more stories from Norfolk, Suffolk and Essex, Amanda in Cambridge presents reports from the west, places like Northamptonshire and Bedfordshire.
Thanks to all this new technology, that bulletin will look and feel much more like the national news. And there are no camera operators in this studio. It's all done at the touch of a button. The technology also means that for the first time, Look East can take reports from both Northampton and Luton simultaneously, improving its coverage of those areas. And gadgets like this green screen will improve the look of the 8 o'clock bulletin and help us cover stories in a more creative way. Is this good value for money?
Well, what viewers tell us is they want more local news about where they live. They want that with the BBC trustworthy and reliable values, and they want us to deliver value for money for licence fee payers, and we believe we can do all of those things from here.
The most important change is that for the first time, Cambridge's TV, radio and online operations are all under one roof. And that means the editors all sit together at this desk, sharing resources.
So today, Sally Chidzoy was asked to cover a story for TV, radio and the Cambridgeshire website. It's all live from today, a new start for an old friend. Joel Mapp, BBC Look East, Cambridge.
I like it when Joel does something like that. I now understand.
Yes, now we know how it works here. And Julie's got a new spot as well.
I have. I can almost touch you. That's your forecast. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Jules.
That's it from all of us here. Thanks for your company. It feels very strange. See you tomorrow night. Good night.
Goodbye.